Well, howdy there guys, and welcome to episode 8 of my modded Minecraft adventures. I'm your host, sSsDoOm, and starting off, we've got several things on the agenda. Of course, I've been doing some mining and that, so I've got plenty of resources on the work here, including some stone that I've been cooking up. I've had a ton of stone. I ran the quarry a couple times. Episodes, I added a couple additional carpenters here, which I'll show you the purposes for those here shortly. I also have a nice little bit of piping here, and I'd like to get this machine room of mine finished off so that we are finally able to start getting on with some of the bigger projects, which would be a lot of stuff such as the basement of my building, which I do have a basement now. I actually found a use for both of these, all four of these frames. As you can see, I've got two different levers here. This one connects down to the basement, to a portal that's always open. Here are the barrels from the remaining cobblestone and that, but I've got this nice big room. I'd like to start getting it going reasonably well, but I've also got a electrical engine over here. It does have the circuit board in it, so it's running pretty well. It just needs to be turned on whenever I need to work on stuff. And of course this one sends me up here, so I no longer have to go outside and fly up or anything like that. I can just go through a portal, which makes it a whole lot easier. I've also upgraded the sword. I repaired it and got another Vorpal 2 sword that I had stored in here, and I combined them, so I got Vorpal 3 on my Soul Stealer now. Named it as well. I don't know if I covered that in the last one, but yes, it's been named. I'm also picking up some more soul shards. Looks like this one's just about done, so that'll give me 3 more of those. But yeah, first and foremost, I wouldn't mind getting a coke oven going. I got some brick and sand here. It's nothing too difficult to make. You just take it in a pattern like that. And we gotta get some sand. My mouse will click and see. Might drop it. Coke oven brick. And we're gonna need 26 pieces of these. So we're gonna have to grab quite a few, which is gonna take quite a bit of what I had here, but still have some left over. So there we go, 20. I wanted 26, whatever. We've got one extra now, so that's fine anyways, it doesn't really matter. We'll go down here, and we need a good spot to put this. I think I might I don't know, probably don't want to put it over there, so let's put it over in this corner. Seems like a reasonable spot for it. Just break a couple of these and pick them up, which I don't know why they're going in there, but it's fine. Just toss those up on the wall. We'll make ourselves a coke oven. Didn't need to place that one. And of course you gotta leave the center empty. And as soon as you finish building it, bam! All we need is some fuel for it, some coal. So we could use wood as well, but I don't have enough wood sitting around, so let's just grab a stack of coal. I got plenty of that anyways. And we will toss it on in. You may be wondering why. Well, we need creosote oil. I'd like to get some rails for a couple projects. So, it's the only way to get it is to get a coke oven. Well, I could go find a mine shaft, I suppose, but that's not quite as simple or easy. Also, I do have a little hut over here. I've gotten rid of the chicken farm because I felt like I maxed it out. And now I've got villagers. Of course, I can't get them to breed, so we will be making a machine once I've got the rails for it, so we can breed them. Got a bunch of cows there as well. I'd like to get looting on my sword before I go murdering all them. And there's our soul shards. Excellent. 3 more of those will be very helpful. Go ahead and stick them in there for now. And you see I have looting here, and I also have another looting one among these somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. And I wouldn't mind getting those on the sword as well. I've got plenty of bees, by the way. I've stolen, I don't remember if I've mentioned this before, but I've got quite a few. Those villagers are from Village 3 on my mini-map over there, which I'm going to get rid of that, because I don't need it showing up, but I actually went over there and just stole the villagers, because I do want to make a machine to farm villagers for their trades and that, so a very good way to pull that off was just to go steal a bunch of them. Alright, as you can see, we got a soul cage here because we finally got ourselves the maximum in number of chickens. I don't remember if that was covered in previous one either. I probably should have went back and watched my own episode, but whatever. But yeah, I now have pretty much a fully done chicken shards. Now I just need to make myself some turtles. As you can see, I just made some computers, nothing too difficult. Now you just gotta take some iron around the rim and chests, and we get ourselves 3 turtles. And I want to take diamond swords with them so I can get melee turtles. Excellent. Melee turtles are pretty useful. I'm going to stick that iron in there. Basically, you give them a simple script and they will kill whatever you have them, if anything's in front of them, of course. I better get rid of that. Got a ton of scrap. We're going to be setting up our mass fabricator as well this episode, because that would be nice to get going. I see it's already getting dark. Well, we're going to need some materials for a room anyways. So let's see, we've got some glass here. Should be enough. We need some... let's grab some stone here. And we'll just make ourselves a bunch of stone brick. I've been cooking up a lot of cobblestone because I ended up with just a huge supply of it, and I just didn't feel like letting it sit around and taking up space. I've been trying to slowly get rid of it. Also, I was in cheat mode earlier. I got rid of that pretty quickly to try and fix that. That was an accident on my end, but the problem was quickly resolved. We're gonna need some pipes. We're probably gonna need a barrel as well, I would say. Let's get a couple barrels, because we have chickens, of all things. Means they're going to be dropping a couple different drops, rather than one. So we'll just take this like this. Yep. And I forgot to put these in there. That always helps. There we go. And grab these transposers. I made 5 transposers just to be safe for the time being. That was just getting them, trying to get them out of the way, making sure I had them. Good. Grab a couple pieces of glass here. Get ourselves some pneumatic tubes. Not too many yet. We will be setting up our sorting system here in the very near future. I didn't think I'd be able to pull it off this episode just yet, because I've still got a few things I'd like to get together before I start it. So let's see, where do we want our chicken machine at? I don't want it too far away, but we want it someplace reasonable. Oh yeah, I probably should grab something so I can actually control it as well, come to think of it. Let's see. We should have some red alloy wire here, and we have some stone jacketed wire. That looks good. I think that's about all I need. Maybe a lever as well. Oh. I only have a lever in there. I might have to make one, but that's nothing too special. Of course, if I had some sticks, that would make it easier. Well, let's grab that. Oh, I got sticks in there. Alright, that makes it simple as well. We'll grab a piece of cobblestone out of here, because I remembered that. Try to be as organized as possible. It doesn't mean I am. I sometimes just fairly unorganized, but oh well. Okay, let's go ahead and get some of this stuff out of the way. Probably gonna want the building. I'm gonna build the building a fairly simple size. Let's see. So much noise. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Just makes it easier to count it out. I'll go ahead and mine all clear this out and get a building. I probably could have built the building between episodes, but I really didn't put much thought to it, and I just realized how... Whoa, okay. I don't feel like changing my language. I can bump the sound down a bit. Honestly, it's hard to tell exactly how loud it's going to be in comparison to the recording for you guys, so... Well, a matter of guessing there, but I like to keep it a little bit down because I have my volume turned up. It makes it much harder to hear myself talk. And as much fun as it is to screw up and makes oneself look like a fool, it's not that much fun. So I'll go ahead and get moderately sized. It's not going to be anything too special design-wise. It's going to be a very simple building. I'm going to need to recharge my drill here pretty quickly too, but oh well. This building is going to be just for the dedication of killing mobs. So for experience and whatever they drop, it's nothing too special. I plan to put the cows in there eventually, but for now I'm just going to try and get chickens going. The jetpack does make me fly every time I do that, but quickly build this. Visual bugs all over the place. Probably need to kill some of those guys off, but I've been putting it off because I would like to get at least looting on my sword first because I need more leather. Well, I've got plenty of the raw beef, and I could easily make a bunch of steak. It just does not compare to the amount of leather I'm going to need for different projects and that. Let's try and get this finished. We'll go a little bit higher. Doesn't need to be too incredibly high, but it should help out quite a bit anyways. Just like this, place these down real quick. Hopefully I brought enough stonework. I haven't been paying attention. How much do I have? I'm about out. So I might need to go grab some more. Okay, I will have to go grab some more. But then again, I've got plenty of resources. I've been trying to keep up with it, and... Well, you may ask why the rails, as I did have all that. Well, because I'd like to get a couple automatic farms going. I spent some time, if you didn't see that one machine, there's actually two machines there. One's the rolling machine, which is basically a railcraft machine. Fairly simple one at that. It just requires some pistons, iron, and whatnot. And you get yourself the rolling machine. It requires power, megajoules from Buildcraft, and it generates rails. And then you need creosote oil to make the rail bedding, and that of course allows you to smoothly and easily basically make rails. And then from there I need the rails because I've got a couple minecarts. So the other machine right there with the rolling machine is actually a machine better known as the cart. No, it's not cart, man. Nah, fuck. If I could... It's not my day. Card assembler, that's good. That's why I always keep any eye around. course, kind of hard to avoid keeping them. Let's see, are these going to get placed the right way? Yes, they are. Excellent. Now, I'd like to get a brain in the jar here, which I should be able to do. I'll have to check. Had a little bit of bugging with this lately, but... And it took away all of it again. Well, I guess I won't be doing the brain in the jar. That is really weird. Give me a quick minute here while I check something. It is a bug that I have. If I have another world where I've actually done the researches, and if I go to that world and come back to this one, oh look, I've got all of those researches unlocked. Which is kind of crazy. Which actually, it crossed my mind, I can't even make a brain in the jar because I need an infusion altar before I could do that. But the purpose of a brain in the jar is it'll actually take in experience and just hold on to it for you. Which is actually a pretty convenient tool. Allows you to very easily handle stuff and whatnot. But for now, let's not put too much concern into it. I just need to get... I want to do that. Let's get... And there goes my bolt gun. So, I'm going to extend this down a couple. It does not look like it connected, so I'll have to put that on top. And I'll just run a cable right there. Should be able to reach that. And just like that, should power it. Good, good. Now there should be a simple program here. If I can remember it. So it should be win through do attack sleep. I'll go to sleep 1 and then end. Now it should be running that program, so if I were to say jump in front of it, doing it? Apparently I did something wrong here. I'm gonna check back once more while I go make sure I get this program right. I'm not an expert on this, but it's supposed to be a very simple program. So I will be right back. So after a quick troubleshoot, I found out what I made wrong. It was just, rather than win, it was a while to do, and now if I stand here, it should... Ow. Yep, it hit me. And yeah, it basically sleep for every second, so we go into edit, start up, and as you see, it'll sleep every second in between, and then it'll, if there's something in front of it, it will try to attack. So exit, Control T, and it's now running the program, and just go edit, start up if I could type, while through do it's making that walking noise. That was weird. Here's something like that. I tend to check around and make sure there isn't a creeper coming up behind me. So there's that one. Once again, let it start up while true. Do turtle.tech, with parentheses, not a capital, sleep for 1, and end. Just save that one, exit, and oops, I accidentally hit Control X instead of Control T. But yes, now all 3 should be operational, so they should randomly swing. If I stand there long enough, I'll probably get hit, which I don't want, so for the moment we'll just break these away. Get some tubes. And we don't need that, we're going to need this though. Not going to do it clear across, but yeah, that one didn't place quite right. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm clearing underneath them anyways, because I need to put down the pneumatic tubing. And it's still in place. Oh well, I've got a sonic screwdriver that I can use anyways. That I made with that specific intent. Let's see, let's go ahead and come over here. I'll just run this up like this. And just over. I'll take our 2 barrels and we will drop them like that. Now, how did you get out? That was interesting. He escaped. Still only giving me cookies. I don't want cookies though. But now for the simple solution for... Well, hold on. We should probably get out the soul shard. Chicken tier 5 here. And we'll just toss it in right there. Of course it won't spawn them just yet. That's why we're getting the water ready. And it doesn't look like it's filling the entire place. I maybe placed it wrong. Well, let's set it up then. Let's see if that helps any. Ah, yes, that works. Alright, now let's out of here and place the wrong block. There we go. And now, if I hit this lever, look at all the chickens and how quickly they spawn. And my turtles should start attacking. Of course, they are getting out, which I forgot that we'll just put a block there temporarily. Kill off that chicken. And of course there's a bunch of experience building up in there, but I don't want the chicken getting out. I might have to put something there temporarily to... Anything... Actually, I know. Got an idea of how to fix that small problem. Which I don't have it on me. I can't believe how long I'm taking just to do one small thing, damn. Let's see, there's my handsaw. I'll check the handsaw real quick. One of these. And drop the hands a little bit, that's fine. And that should prevent them from getting out, but still allow me to stand here and collect all the experience that they're dropping. And now I have an effective farm for owl. I did not know they could attack backwards, though. That's good to... Now, why... It seemed like these two aren't... Maybe I have to put something in them first. Because that should be picking up everything they drop. But now I should have an effective experience farm that I'll be able to make use of, just like this. Of course, they could still smack me, which is odd. But I'm gonna have to check the time exactly, because this might be at the wrapping up point already, as quickly as this went. Which is kind of surprising, really. And I'm back again, and just got this running some more. I just realized this is what's happening to all the stuff that they're picking up. They're just throwing it right inside of the themselves instead, which is a little awkward, but I don't know if there's a way around that or not, but oh well, that's just fine. Still easy to collect, and then anything that doesn't get collected by them will just drop down in there. And then if I stand close enough without getting hit by it, it should continue attacking forward. And 22, so I can farm that for pretty good easy levels. So we'll just let that have its way. It'll probably fill up with a bunch of stuff and whatnot, but oh, so be it. I'm gonna sleep through the night again real quick. Whoa! Not sure how you spawned in here, good sir, but I didn't like. Well, it is kind of dark in here. I'll have to probably put in a light in the center. I just didn't expect they could spawn on top of slabs. Alright, well, that gets rid of that, anyways. Down here. Get rid of the rotten flesh and a couple of these extra things I'm carrying around. That's not the right chest for that. Put the glass in there as well. Stone brick has its own, so we'll hang it over here. And we'll just recycle what's left. So I don't need all this dirt, I got those barrels down below. So I've got a few machines I'd like to build real quick while we've got the chance. It's worth noting that this block right here, the machine frame, is just built with, let's see, where is it? The following recipe: glass, iron, gold, 2 special. And what are we building? Well, we're going to be taking all this, and I forgot to make what I needed first, which is the reception coils. Nothing difficult, but does delay it a second. And where did I forget something in here? Something. Oh, buckets. We got ourselves 2 liquid transposers. One of these I'm actually going to set up right here. Very simple. Liquid transposers used for a variety of different things. You can use to fill items, or in this case, I'd like to empty items out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all these settings. That way it's got nothing outputting, and then I can turn on an individual side and it'll actually output whatever is in its tank into that particular inventory. So the carpenters each will have their own. The second one I have another use for, so I'm going to wait until I build the other machines before I place it down. And here we have yet another one of those coils. Just take a couple of gladstone, off the coil. like this. See if I can place it. Piston on top, and we've got ourselves a pulverizer. Pulverizer is a very simple machine. Of course, it also has this many options of inputs and outputs. For now, I'm just going to set them all off. You don't want it inputting, you don't want it outputting or doing anything like that right now. I don't believe I'll even be hooking it into any of those. I might want to move it real quick just to be safe. It did just cross my mind I might hook it up to something, but I'll just take this here. This one I'm going to probably put on the end. And it would be a sawmill as soon as I get all the pieces in the thing. Of course, the iron axe is probably an easy guess. My mouse has definitely been buggy today, but we just place it down here. And close all these up. Of course, it has no power at the moment, so it can't do anything anyways, but it's always good to make sure that it can't. We'll just keep using the Vinium stone, because it's just as convenient. Like this, a couple of these here, machine frame, and what was it, a bucket? Now we've got ourselves a magma crucible, which has a couple of uses. We're going to put it here at the end with this liquid transposer next to it. And of course we are going to make sure it outputs in that direction. And this will accept as an input, and it will actually take and it'll be producing items, is the intention. So it will take in fuel and it'll be able to actually transpose it directly into an item, which we'll need for some more of the advanced stuff. This one I can't make just yet, so I'm going to sit down my pulverizer and fix its thing again. Just like that. This one we can't quite make just yet, so that'll be held off on, but I do want to get this set up next. I'll probably set up my automatic system for farming villagers for their trades between episodes, and then next episode I'll actually set up the modular carts I have set up. So as you can see, you've got a standard haul, compact solar engine, coal engine, farmer, fertilizer, and a bunch of internal storage. As you can guess, that is a farming cart. It's used for basically, I can use it to harvest wheat and whatnot, which my main intention is going to be for wheat, and it'll run off of solar power. Of course, it has the coal engine in case it gets shut down. And then there is this one here, which has the standard haul, a compact solar engine, another solar engine, a tiny coal engine, a wood cutter, and it has internal storage. And of course, being a wood cutter, it'll be used to cut down trees. I'll have an automatic tree farm as well. Those are my goals in between. In between episodes, I'll probably make some of those rails, which, let's see how much creosote oil we have right at the moment. We've got 6.5 buckets worth, and not too bad of an amount. Probably could pull off making some of the rails now, but I'm still going to hold off until next episode, and we'll set all that up. Well, let's get over here. I hope I have enough cables for this. So I'm going to need to hook it in. Let's see. We'll just bring it right here. We're just going to take this cable right around here, and we're going to hook in an MFSU. And of course that's going to take a lot of power, because it is a very large storage block. Eventually I'd like to upgrade the one upstairs, the MFE upstairs, up to one of these. And this, of course, will take a long time to charge its way up. Let's get ourselves a lever real quick, because we're going to need a lever as well. And sticks are over here. And you may ask, well, wrong way? You may ask why a lever? Well, we're going to put down the mass fabricator, and I don't want it running off of just any power, because it'd be a waste of power. So this keeps it from running, even though it would run normally. And of course, why? I mean, eventually I'd like to automate it so that it'll only run when it has an amplifier. But what is an amplifier? Well, that's what all this scrap is for. I'm going to take the scrap, and we'll head back down. And you just put the scrap inside of it, like so. And now, if we turn her on, you see it'll use the scrap as an amplifier, which rapidly speeds up how fast it goes. And of course, it reduces the amount of power it uses by a pretty good margin. Normally, it would use about 1,000,000 EU per UU matter, but using scrap, just in that manner, I can reduce that down to only 166,667 EU. Massively reducing it, making it a whole lot easier to produce UU matter. Hopefully in between episodes I can get plenty of the stuff made, because I would like to start getting a bunch of extra copper and hopefully get my power system upgraded so that I can really run it. Right now 5 isn't going to be enough to handle that, but I would like to eventually get the gravity suit, which will take a really long time, but the quantum suit's a priority. That will be very nice to get. But for now, I'm going to end the episode here, so I will catch you guys later.